Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna find it for the shirt. Are you watching it? Good job. Perfect.
Derek. Kelly.
Oh, Derek Kelly.
Yeah. Number one fan.
I don't know how to share my athlete page. I don't know how technology works.
Right, it's not even.
I'm trying to share it to my athlete page and I can't figure it out.
So go to regional fight spot. Go to the regional fight spot itself. Now go to the feed. No, keep going. There it is. Now, keep going down. Now see where it says share. Like that. Now share to your page.
There we go. Thanks. This is why I need a media person. I don't know how to do all this kind of stuff. There we go.
Really? Oh, I can just share it to mine. Look at Garrison a little bit. That's all right.
Jared's so proud of his top fan status.
Is he?
As he should be. He's worked hard for
We are live. We are live in the room. Let me shut that off. They can see us. Hello. How are we?
Go.
Champ.
Woo!
Taylor Thompson.
Yeah.
With her Walt Anderson beautifully made banner. Walt Anderson, 24/7 ink. Julio Colon.
Julio.
Coach Julio. I think I got all our names right and stuff. So we have sound. Jared usually calls me or sends me a message if things are going wrong. What's he saying right here? Looks great. Looks sick.
good.
He's saying.
Yeah.
So Taylor
Yes.
is in the room
I am.
along with Coach Julio, my co-host tonight. We will have Bruce Boyington, CES MMA Featherweight World Champion, calling in about 25 minutes. But it's all about Taylor becoming NEF's amateur bantamweight title holder this weekend.
Yeah.
Big fight. You basically, you had a great opponent fly in. Fought for a great organizations. NEF, Matt Peterson. Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah.
Matt, big shout out for that guy, how he promotes a card.
Yeah.
I can't say
Yes.
enough about that. We'll talk about you later. But so let's talk about it, Taylor. Second title. You do own Cage Titans title. Is that a bantamweight also?
Yes.
Okay. How was this experience? It's the second time around. Just a different father. Father from home.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's always humbling to have the opportunity to even fight for a title. Yeah, in my mind, it's just. I was so thankful to even have the opportunity. We were able to find a really tough opponent to challenge me for it. It was a good fight. I think it was short, but there was a lot going on in that time frame.
Yeah.
I'm.
You got a little. Was this from the fight?
Yeah. This
We'll have to take a picture of it. She's got a little thing over there,
a little bit of
just a
black
little
eye.
bit though.
Yeah, no, I mean she hit me and it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It was painful. But
that means you're human. You know what I mean?
I know. I was like, pain response is a good thing to have. But what I was really happy with is even when I got hit really hard, I was still able to execute the game plan. And I could hear my corners. I was listening to them, and but I was even still able to make decisions on what advice to follow and what advice not to follow. So I wasn't blindly listening. I was able to still make those judgment calls as I went.
In the video, in the live video, because was that you going live with him?
Yeah.
He's coaching you, and he's like, shoot in, and then and he's telling you to put the hooks in, and you can hear your other corner.
Yeah.
Who was the other people in your corner?
I had Dan Simler from Worcester MMA and Todd Sawyer from BST,
who is usually with you everywhere.
Yeah,
corner man.
Yeah, so between Julio, Dan, and Todd, they're kind of my three corners for all of my fights, basically.
And they were all saying the same thing, which was great. I mean, you all had a plan, and they know what you do. You know what's going on.
And like I said, even though I got hit really hard with a couple of good shots, I was still able to execute the game plan, and I was able to adapt as I went. It wasn't just that I was single-minded, and then when it didn't work, I froze or anything. I was able to keep working through it, so I was very pleased with that. But yeah, you can hear in the video, Julio tells me to shoot, and I shoot straight away.
Right away.
And I was setting everything up, and then you can hear Coach Dan is saying establish that hook first, and so that I'm establishing the hook before I jump into the back take.
Then did they where they tell you move your head to the right or move to your...
Yeah.
I thought I heard that, and you followed... And you were right there,
That's what I was saying.
there. So it was like, holy cow! So they're in your ear.
That was good because it was right here in front of us,
Yeah, I didn't place it there on purpose, but it just worked out very well.
Yeah.
But
I actually have that fight. I'll play it in a little while. Well, actually, let me see.
But at one point, I think it was my coach Dan that told me to put my head behind her back, and then he was saying, "There's a knee bar right there. There's a knee bar right there," and
I heard that too.
And I
great
was,
video,
and
Julio.
so I was
glad I stole it.
and so I looked at it, and I was like, okay, I know what knee bar he's talking about. I know it's there. But it wasn't second nature for me. I was going to have to think about it. And so then I was just like, you know what? If I have to think about it, it's too risky. I don't want to mess it up, potentially lose dominant position. So I even though it was really good advice, I made the decision to not pursue that submission. Because I was like, I don't feel 100% with it.
You're in there, so you know what I mean?
So I made the choice to go for the back take instead. And then I have a couple different options for my back takes that I have 2 or 3 kind of defaults, and as I was getting her back, I made the decision to go to, it would have been my left, for a rear naked choke setup, as opposed to a different setup that I do, I could drag her over to, it would have been to my right, but we were right up against the fence, and so I was thinking
now she's in your world right at that point, so you have you all these thoughts are going through your mind. You got a game plan. You're like, all right, you're crossing things out. All right, I'm too close to the cage here. All right, I gotta go to this. So you were going to every every step.
I was on step 3, sub-step A, or I have this whole hierarchy in my mind where I was on step 3C or whatever, where I was all right, if I go to the right, then I'm too close to the cage, and even if I do get her to flip over, if she ends up in top position, I'm gonna be pinched. So I was nope, I'm gonna go that way, and so I was I had all these thoughts going.
And we're playing the fight right now as we're talking. So
and then so I had all these thoughts going, and I was still able to react, and I was very fluid and quick with my reactions, and so I was very clear-headed. So I'm very pleased with how my transition.
Yeah, that was great, man. You didn't panic. I mean, you were very smooth in everything you did there, and
I took my time.
Exactly.
That was the important thing, is I didn't rush anything, and I think that's how I ended up with such a clean armbar. Is because I didn't rush into it. I think if I had tried to jump for it too quickly when I maybe didn't have a control established, I would have lost it, and then she would have been on top in my guard. I maybe would have eaten some more ground and pound shots before I could get either up and out or transition to something else. So I'm very happy that I was able to listen to my corners and be so meticulous with my setups before I committed to anything.
And it was just a work of art. And Julio's got before that night, because I had the kids' kumite, I couldn't, there was no way I could drive there afterwards,
Too much, yeah.
So you know what I'm saying, does anyone gonna have live footage? I messaged Matt Peterson. I said, I know usually on the website he sometimes has pay-per-view or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh no, we're not doing anything like that. I'm like, shit, if I was there, he would have let me go live. So I'm like, wait, who's got live feeds? And then like the next day, I knew you won just from Western Mass's updates and stuff like that, but there was no real footage. And then pop my coach over here. He's right at Cade's side, right there, holding it while he's like telling her how to like transition
I know
in there.
He's cornering while keeping me in the shot. And it was just like, oh well, there you go, man of many talents.
I was a little bit nervous going in.
This is a Michigan top team girl, right?
Yeah,
that's a big camp
Good
there.
camp.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
camp over
big
there.
camp. I checked them, and a lot of good fighters.
Yeah, one of their fighters won here a couple of times. I can't think. Estelle. He fought for Cage Titans, and he fought for Ammo. He took out two really big prospects in New England.
Yeah, they're like I said, I checked, and one of them, when I was checking, he come from Japan, winning.
Yeah.
He wins something in Japan.
Yeah.
Kind of fight.
I think one of her teammates is also an Invicta right now.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I'm not
one of
positive
them
about
is
that,
in the
but
big too.
so it's
So they're like
a strong team,
like,
very strong.
Yeah.
Like very strong. So I was like, it was a good fight too. Like we won that fight because she's tall, and that was one of the things. Good hands, like she have good hands, and and we want to try to be a wrestler, exchange a couple punches, and I was with Taylor, see if you can take her down.
So we're trying to diversify my experience, like with opponents that I'm
I understand.
and so she was a great fit because she is a good striker and is pretty close to my height. I'm a little bit taller, but I'm also like freakishly tall for a bantamweight, so it's kind of hard to like match my height exactly. But she's on the taller end of bantamweights. I think she said she's about 5'9", and I'm like right around 5'11", so it's like I only had like a little. You
still like when you were on that, you look like you just engulfed her like her spider, like on a. You looked a lot like longer at that point. Just different. I mean,
limbs for days.
Yeah, the limbs. It's the limbs. You both kind of the same height, but there's length in different spots.
My legs are really long, and so I'm just like able to poof them around from places, and whenever I'm rolling with people, they're always just like, how many legs do you have? Because I swear they should be over there, and they're over here.
How'd that leg get?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah, I'm just I'm able to just put them around, but yeah, no, she's a good striker.
Now what's her name? I forgot. Andrea.
Andrea.
You guys seem like to hit it off, or kind of like be friends now. Like I think she's tuning in, or she was loving that you were coming on the podcast.
No, she's super cool.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of friends in common before the fight. Even.
Okay.
Some of my friends from Jackson Wink actually had fought on the same card that she was fighting on at one point. So it was like. A lot of people were like, you're both really cool people, and I think you guys should be friends, but you should fight first. Kind of thing. And it's like, all right. Yeah. And we were chatting at weigh-ins and stuff, and helping each other out with stuff, being super friendly and everything. And we both agreed. We're like, all right, we're not gonna do the whole touch gloves thing at the beginning of the round.
Yeah.
We were on the same page about everything.
Yeah.
And then after the fight, we were standing around in the hallway waiting to see the doctors, just chit-chatting and laughing and goofing off. And I was like, do you want to get breakfast tomorrow? We should get breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah! And so
that's cool.
We met up and had breakfast before they got on their flight to go back. And we've been had a running conversation on Facebook Messenger since then.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so now you
just chatting about
stuff.
You
found a new social media pal and a trainer partner when you're traveling around. Or
we're even talking about trying to coordinate ending up at Jackson Wink at the same time. Because she wants to go down there, and I'm like, yeah, we should go.
Awesome. They threw you a big shout out too.
I'm super happy about that. Yeah, they're good peeps down there.
I just leaving this week.
I'm taking off on Wednesday. I'm gonna go to my Jackson Wink for my next camp. So I'm leaving.
You're leaving next Wednesday.
Yeah, so a week
for your next camp. Why? We got something, or you just?
We don't have anything officially.
You just want to go down there. It's time to go. Get some training in, and you never know if something shows up.
So it's not.
Is it possible to fight there? We've
reached out to a promotion.
So that's not off that's on the table.
It's a possibility for sure. So we don't have anything officially lined up, but we're talking with a couple different promotions for some opportunities. And we'll see kind of what shakes out.
Roberto Villa from Fightbook MMA
I reached out
is
to him.
from that area, I think.
I
so.
told him that I'm going to be out there. We're going to at least get lunch or
Oh,
something.
great! You
Yeah.
can have like a one-on-one into Fightbook.
Yeah. No, I did already reach out to him and tell him that I want to meet up while we're out there.
They did an article on you. Before the
they
fight.
did. Yeah, no,
Good for them.
we
got we were talking with some promotion now, and 2 of them for belts.
Yep.
And 1 of them is not for the belts. So we got 1 of them he already confirmed is like, we got 2 135, for this time, and the other one for the next time. So they set them up even the days.
Yeah, so that's Kansas City Fighting Alliance.
Yeah, Kansas City.
So they have a couple of bantamweights that they're trying to match
they
up.
got 2 of them over there. 2 good ones.
Excellent.
Now, very good.
How do you get how do you find this out? Where do you go? Like
sometimes watching YouTube, like 135.
What do you do, like now? What do you mean how do you know like what can't like? Is there like a group page or a coach's page or a fighter's page? You go on there, you look, or is this all your research and all your investigating reporting?
That's me. Just before I go to bed, I start watching YouTube and I try to follow the 135. So I watch. This is 115. No, I don't want to watch it. So this is 135. I want to watch this
off
one.
an arm.
I found something and I start digging
Cut
that person and see where they come from or this kind of stuff, and like, okay, so I can prepare for this one. The ones in Kansas, they're very good. I would have loved to take one of those. And the way out, we're trying to do like 2 more fights, and the next year,
and options
2020,
and from there,
we're planning to take like 7 months off, and we're planning to go to Thailand and get some real training, more striking. Like we need
shopping them skills to come out.
Yeah.
No, we
come out.
I want to be ready before I go pro.
Yeah, and then go pro, and like with this fight, it was good. Like we see, like we still need to like more improvement, but this is
you're
what,
the coach. I mean, of course you're gonna,
This is
I'm
what
more
amateur
critical
is.
than he is.
Yeah.
He was like, no,
I'm happy with the win, of course, but it's like you can see like it's like we still need, the wake up went beautiful.
Yeah.
But I think we cut too much.
So back
because you talked about like on social media that you had a good weight cut and stuff like that.
It went beautiful.
Yeah, so back in November, like I don't know if you remember, it was my last time fighting for NEF. I ended up missing weight. I was 1.4 heavy because of like the whole cancer potential, all that kind of stuff. So for this weight cut,
I just got beans, by the way.
Oh. But so for this camp, I worked very closely with Victoria Simler. She's married to Coach Dan Simler from Worcester MMA.
Okay, cool.
And she does a lot of like meal prep and dieting advice and that type of thing. So we work together for this whole camp, and in order to like help my weight cut go more smoothly.
Yeah.
And so we were hoping to like. We ended up, basically what ended up happening is I ended up over dieting, and so I made weight at like, I was like 134 like Thursday morning.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, and it was the easy.
Well, how'd you feel? You felt good.
I felt great.
They wanted you a little closer, a little more in.
Yeah, so we overcorrected basically.
Yeah.
So like I ended up being a little bit leaner than I needed to be.
Okay.
I guess is what I'm getting at. So because like the water cut, I didn't have to get on a treadmill. I didn't get into a sauna. I sat in a salt bath and watched a movie, and I made weight. I was like, oh, So like I think for this
next time I can torture myself a little bit.
Yeah, or it's like
just a little.
Or it's like I can eat a little bit more food going into a fight, or I can maybe put on another pound or 2 of muscle weight and not be concerned about making weight later. So we need to kind to fine-tune it.
Yeah. Well, that's what.
This is what
trial and error, right?
That's what amateur is. Like again, we good, we get the win, but then we see like, she take a couple hit that she wasn't supposed to take, and
so now you're correct,
just working. That's why that one in Kansas, one of them just tough, just like. And she's a real kickboxer, a professional kickboxer.
Okay.
Like,
so you put her up against all these strikers, get her,
I mean, yeah. I mean,
This
that's what
one
I did
There's
to
nothing
work
wrong
on.
with that.
But-
Next, going to Thailand.
we need to look at what's gonna be the best, because we talked to
So I've also reached out to Cowboy Fight Series.
Oh, cool.
Because they
Okay.
have their inaugural women's bantamweight belts on June 1st.
I don't know if you see that one.
Yeah, so it's Becca Evans versus Lanisha Vincent. Do you remember Lanisha Vincent? She fought Kylie O'Hearn for the Cage Titans 125 belt a while ago.
No, I remember just her last her pro fight against that. I think another
Amateur.
Michigan top team
She's
girl.
still amateur.
Maybe
She's
I don't know.
amateur.
Yeah, she's still amateur.
She's
Oh, is she amateur?
Yeah.
No.
But so
Yes.
she's got some power.
Is that right?
Yeah. But so the two of them are fighting for the Cowboy Fight Series bantamweight belts on June 1st, and so I reached out to Cowboy Fight Series and let them know that I was interested in challenging for that belt potentially.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and it's a good event and good venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got
So
some
we
good
need
stuff
to
going
look.
on. And we also reached out to
Good
XF.
name behind it.
Yeah. We reached out to XFO because they have a woman over there that has
Kendra, I forgot his last name, but
Yeah.
it's Kendra.
and she's currently holding the 125 and the 135 belt. So I mentioned that I want to challenge for the 135 belt, and they
Good record too.
You can take one off her.
Yeah.
You can add another one to the table.
Yeah.
That's
and
what
they-
I mean. Like,
and they said they might be able to get something to work for August. So it's
they got an outside event in August, so they were like right away. They replay right away. They reach back like we got something.
Oh,
in
great.
August, so
And
so again, we got a lot of things going on.
Well, you got.
and then
I mean,
defending a belt might be an option.
exactly.
too,
You have.
know,
I mean,
so-
we could say. Well, they got to bring them in. There's no one here
Yeah.
that's really.
Yeah.
There's nobody around
They're
within
either
driving
pro.
distance
They're
that's
either
available.
the women that could really challenge you, or either went to pro or
Yeah.
skip town.
or have
So
other
you got to
stuff
fly
going
them in,
on,
or you got to go seek them. But you got two great promotions here that you own titles for. Cage Titans, the first title that you got. Mike Polvier's in Vegas right now.
Yeah, I see that.
Savage Perrin and Richie.
Yeah.
They're training at the performance
They're
center
over
there.
Yeah.
Richie's got that big fight coming, and he's connected to Cage Titans. I think that connection to Cage Titans has more to do with his getting a contender shot than CES getting him. I mean, he got his fights for CES, but Mike's pushing him, helping him along.
Yeah.
So same thing with Savage Perrin. So you got a belt for one of the top promotions in New England, and Dana White is paying attention to that now. So
Yeah.
down flow combat.
Oh yeah.
Well, what's that?
We went. We stopped and we were gonna try and go hiking in Maine after my fight, and it turns out the mountain we were trying to go up was under snow still. So we drove all the way up there just to find out. The ranger was like, "Your car's not even gonna make it up to the trailhead. Like, just turn around." Oh, okay. But anyway, so we popped into Bangor and visited with our friend up there, Eddie Benjamin. He runs Titan Athletics. And he's,
Bruce's
Coach.
Yeah.
Bruce's coach.
But he's a lieutenant in the police force, and so he introduced us to his chief, Chief Greeley, and apparently Chief Greeley does like a lot of like radio work.
Okay.
And has worked with Dana White in the past.
Ooh.
And so and he was like, "Oh yeah, link up with me on Twitter." And I was like, "Okay." And as soon as I did that, he's like, "Oh, so nice to meet Taylor T. Storm Thompson, and like maybe we can introduce you to Dana White in the next year or two." And I was like, boom, immediate. I'm like, "Oh, hello."
Hell yeah.
And I was like, it's like great. It was nice to meet you too. Like, he gave me like
I'll make my pro debut somewhere over there.
like
20 for Dana somewhere.
And he gave me like a patch for like Holden Police
Cool.
Department and everything, and I was like,
Yeah, we went outside and showed everything inside.
I got a tour of the station and everything. It was
good. It was good.
Walt Anderson is like blowing up the feed. That's my number one fan. Regional Fight Sports. Like Facebook has got like they pop out some
like
new.
Top
New
contributor,
something. Yeah, I'm like, ooh, Walt Anderson's like 4 weeks in a row. He's like my number one fan. So I just put on. So Walt says thanks for the swag and card, Taylor.
Oh yeah, I sent him a T-shirt and a little thank you note because like look at this banner.
I
he
know.
did
Look at
for
this
me.
banner.
Oh my goodness!
Can
how
I-
could I not? Like
Regional Fight Sports. I have to.
but,
Regional Fight Sports is in Taylor's head's in a way.
I'm sorry.
Dahlia, BST over there. Is that who's over there? Who's that?
that's
You're over there.
Queen
No,
MMA,
not Queen.
that's
No,
you.
the one under Taylor's name. On your thigh.
This old school MMA,
here,
Italia.
Italia.
And then, like-
BST. There it is.
And like
There's
Westboro
our-
Chiropractic. This is my barber. The one that
And-
like look at this.
I know.
Look
We've
at this.
seen this when you went there. He was really mad because you had a tree growing.
Oh,
off
I
of
know.
you.
I wait way too long.
See, I
between
saw.
haircuts.
I don't like every post, but I see almost every post. I should go to the
Oh, my
barber. I
goodness.
should get the last thing.
He
So-
really wants me to come in every 4 weeks, and I like come in every 8. And he's like, "I'm only your barber for the first 4 weeks. After that, like, I'm not responsible for that mess on your head." I'm like, okay.
You really want to get your money's worth, though. Get him to really show his stuff. Man.
And then I was over at
That's good.
TKO Auto Sales right before we came here, and I was like, everyone wanted to take pictures with me with like the belts
that's
and everything.
awesome.
They're
Especially,
cool
I mean,
people.
Taylor, you were on social media, and Walt says it right here. What's he say? Fighters take note. This is how to retain sponsorships. Because you were the whole way leading as you got these sponsors. You were shouting out to them, really, showing like your appreciation
I
to
mean,
them. And
like they're all so supportive of me. Like the least I can do is like try and give them a little bit of promotion, and thank them publicly because it's like they're so helpful for me doing what I need to do, and and I had a
take note.
I've actually had it's nothing's official yet, so I can't officially introduce them as a sponsor. But I had a company based out of California reach out to me because they want to sponsor me and send me like rash guards and like spats and shorts and gis and like other like equipment. And they reached out to me saying that like they want to sponsor
Should
me.
be wearing it on the poster.
Exactly, and so like, we're in the negotiation stage, and so far we agree with everything, so it's just kind of like finalizing it, But hopefully I can introduce them in the next week or two, and have
that
them
was
on
kind of
board.
like
I was
kind of nice, like
No,
somebody
I like-
from
yeah.
far away. waiting to
Exactly.
do, like,
Well,
hey.
they're seeing,
It's like, whoa,
your hard work and
Yeah.
and it's paying off. You
Yeah.
got 2 titles, and you're giving back to everybody too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like the video that we put, like when I got this, when I first got the banner, it was just like a video of me just shadow boxing in front of the banner.
I have that
And
somewhere.
it has over like 1,300 views
Yeah,
on it.
exactly.
And it just like blows my mind. Like it just blew up, and I was
Exactly.
like, oh, and so it's like I feel like I'm at that stage where I'm starting to get a little bit of publicity and like
I watch
it's
I see more
great,
people
like-
doing that, but their
like-
banners are like this big.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Size doesn't
But if
matter.
you want, yeah, I can believe it.
we get
But if you want a big banner, go see Walt's Big Banner Anderson.
Right?
Yeah.
You
No.
need the sponsors
when I
also.
first opened this, I was like, oh my
We-
god, it's
we
you.
were
Well,
like-
look at the tube it came in. It's the size of a friggin' cesspool, for God's
So
sake.
as I was unrolling it, I was like, it's
Yeah,
still
like-
going. Like,
we're like mind blowing. We thought it was gonna be like the size of a flag, or
yeah,
regular. But when we opened that, we look at each other like, holy
I was
shit!
like, they can see it from outer space.
That's awesome.
I love
I know.
it, though.
And
It's
like,
amazing. It's perfect. Like I couldn't have asked for it to be any different. Like
You say I don't.
I don't know. I just I
it
don't
is,
know.
I don't know. We can.
What?
We're gonna
Say
have to make a little one for.
To
We're
take-
gonna go to.
for when we go hiking
to
in
Everett.
Nepal and stuff.
You
to,
bring us like
to
a
the
flag or
Mount Everest.
something?
Yeah, like a small
You-
flag size.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Walt's already printing it up right now.
Right? No kidding. And I was like, yeah, we do.
But
wanna
this
go-
one it has to have his logo big,
Yes,
So we're gonna
yes,
go to the base camp of Mount Everest. So we want to take the.
Are you oh, there he is over there. You taking Steve with you? You
I
wanna take
can
Steve
take
on
it.
another
We can
journey?
take a
No, we need another
I
Steve or
was gonna say, we
something.
make a
I
Steve
can-
2.0.
Something.
We
I
can do
know. I
something.
was
We'll
trying
figure it
like
out.
when we went to Ecuador. I was trying like what we can make for a Steve. I was like, all right, I was just gonna bring a couple t-shirts and give it to the guys.
From me. Who's that?
Yeah, so we
I
ended
know
up
people can follow you.
yeah, we ended up taking some of your shirts over there and giving them away to
Yeah.
people and taking pictures and stuff. But like, yeah, because we like, I
Yeah,
think-
we give some of your shirts
Wait a
over
minute.
there.
I have people don't know what the hell we're talking about. Taylor Taylor and Julio took a cutout of my head all over. Where'd you go? Peru with it?
Peru.
Peru.
And New Mexico. And
Yeah, Jackson Wink. But I have a photo montage here of it. There it is right there.
You really?
Yeah, hold on. Let me make it bigger. Hell yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's the one with
Right
the
there.
picture.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna cover up my face over here, but right here, that's right there. But let that just run for a couple of minutes. That's an actual head. Wait. It
That
should
was
do a
awesome.
slideshow. There we go. Oh, there you
my
are. Now
God.
where's?
Yeah.
Oh wait, where's my hand?
There it is. No, that was the most
we
funny
had
thing
so
ever.
much fun.
Like, oh my god, like I laugh, and that thing come out like we're gonna leave. I think it was like a Wednesday, so
The ET one is there.
on the 81.
I think
Like
we
Tuesday night, that's when I come out like.
you were like, we should do something for Domenico. And I was
Let's
like,
do these.
I was like, we should make a cardboard cutout. And you're like, yes. And so we went to
I don't know.
Walmart and like printed it out. And
There
like,
it is right there with all the signatures on the back.
and it's like we threw that whole thing together like 12 hours before we were gonna leave for Peru, and we're like, this is perfect. We're gonna make a whole
John
story.
John Jones,
That's
that's
good.
history right there. man.
John Joe's like
That
with a
is
Sharpie,
history.
humping your cardboard.
That
face.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
Who else is in it? That's a great.
I love that one. I
I
love
just
it.
freaking people out. Wait a minute. Oh,
We
that's
got
awesome.
Carlos Condes. We
Oh,
got
look at that thing.
Diego Sanchez.
Diego
Yeah,
Sanchez.
everyone. You
Holly
got
Holm, Michelle
yeah.
Waters.
Well, yeah, they-
everybody.
Holly and the Karate Hottie were over there
Yana,
together.
Yana too.
Yana
Oh,
Kunskaya,
that's just so good
Jody
stuff,
Escobar.
man.
Yeah, we got
We got everybody.
just about everybody. Yeah, I think I missed one or two of the UFC fighters.
Jardine was there.
That's all right.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
get-
I tried. I got most of them. So.
That looks so funny out there. Look, it looks like we got a full crowd in there. That's awesome.
Oh, it was-
let me. I'm gonna see if Walt Anderson's mentioning us.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, there's Bruce right there. Wait a minute. Call me now. Bruce Boyington is calling in. And you, all right? You have a little connection. You know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're friends with his coach, Eddie Benjamin, that we were just talking
We
about.
train over there at.
Yeah, we've gone up to Titan Athletics a couple times and trained up there and whatnot. So yeah, we're like
That's
friends with some of his teammates. And stuff.
Awesome.
I don't think I've ever worked with him
you don't know the
directly,
number.
but-
Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, we never worked.
No, you can talk about him.
We got the
We're like,
number.
call us if you can.
If you got the number.
Oh, yeah, no.
All right.
So I
I'll
don't think
call
we ever worked with him directly, but
So that's cool. Yeah, Bruce is. He's.
I hear like he's a super cool dude and a lot of fun to train with. And
Who's
everything.
Bruce?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a fun guy.
Yeah, we just haven't crossed paths yet, but like I know some of his teammates
Yeah.
and everything. We've gone up there a few times, and they're always so happy to see me.
Hola, Carmen.
Carmen.
Carmen is
What's
watching
going on?
from Ecuador.
Who's what? Wait a minute, let me find him.
Carmen is one of the people that hosted us when we were in Ecuador.
Yeah.
Like we stayed in her house for like what, 3 weeks, something like that,
a month. We
almost
stayed
a
a
month,
month.
and they were like feeding us, and cooking for us. Like,
That was good.
I'm calling the champ right now.
Here you go.
thank you, Carmen. Gracias.
Gracias, Carmen.
Yo!
What's up, champ?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Hey, Bruce, man. I have Taylor in the room here, Taylor Thompson, who just won the NEF Bantamweight Amateur title, and I have her coach Julio in here, and they say they have a little connection with you. Tell Bruce how you know him.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, we're good friends with Coach Eddie.
Yeah, I just seen Eddie posted a picture of you guys you're up here, I think, the other day. I seen that, and I was kind of taken surprised from that, because I thought you're down that way somewhere, aren't you?
Yeah, we're from Worcester, but Julio's been friends with Eddie for a while, and like we've gone up there and trained a couple times up at Titan Athletics before, and
Oh, no kidding.
good people up there. Yeah, it's just you and I haven't crossed paths yet. That's all.
Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't been there too long yet, but, like, you know, I'm sure we will in the near future, because I'm usually there every class unless I got something else going on, but yeah, there's some awesome guys up there, a lot of good competition, a lot of guys really bigger than me that I get challenged from, a lot of black belts, higher
Big Bear.
belts. Good time.
Oh yeah, like Billy Brown. Like,
Billy Brown.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't think Billy's there anymore though. I've heard a lot about him. I don't really know him myself, but I heard he's really nasty. I don't know what happened, but yeah, he's not there.
Oh, yeah. Sucks.
Yeah, we'll have to reach out to him,
Yeah.
see what's going on. But yeah, no, they're really
Yeah,
good
I'm
people
curious.
up there.
So, Champ, I have you back on the show, Bruce. Always a pleasure to have you on here. I had you on, maybe about 7 weeks ago or something before when you made the announcement you were coming back. And you didn't have an opponent yet, or maybe you did and you didn't say it, but now you got a big opponent, Bruce. How you feeling about this fight? And, man, how you feeling about getting back in there and defending that title of yours?
Yeah, man, I don't think we knew about the opponent yet. Last time we talked, if I can remember correctly, but pretty excited about it, man. To be honest with you, I mean, it's always kind of like a good question, like who's going to be the name they throw at you. And usually, I let Tyson with Top Game kind of decide what's best, and whoever they throw, we just take the fight. And it was Dan. There was a couple other people talking and doing this and that, so I didn't know who it was going to be. And I did know, Dan was kind of in the mix because I've seen him talking. The name was up there along with some other people. So when I got that name, I was very excited because the guy's pretty well rounded from what I understand. I haven't really watched him fight, but my teammates and everybody kind of studies him and then kind of comes back and works with me on it. And I just felt like if I'm without sounding disrespectful, like when you go from Sean Soriano to anybody, it's in a sense a breath of fresh air. Every fight's tough, at this level. Anybody that's going to be fighting for the strap for CES is going to be tough. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I like the matchup. I like the things that they say Dan likes to do, because I just think it's going to be a really fun fight for me, and the things I've been working on have been a lot of fun.
Excellent, my friend. Now you talk about Dan. He fought in Connecticut. Actually, you're fighting in Connecticut. Your first time on Fight Pass now that CES is teamed up with Fight Pass, man. Big Access TV veteran you were, man. But now you get your opportunity to get on Fight Pass there. But Dan had his opportunity, their last card, their first card in Connecticut, man. What'd you think about, did you attend that event at all?
No, I didn't. I actually really wanted to, and I was hoping to, just things didn't line up. But, I mean, I knew it was the first UFC Fight Pass. I knew it was in his hometown, and, it's cool. I imagine it's just like anything else beyond World Series of Fighting or any of these other times when the cameras are following you around and they do the pre-fight, interviews and stuff. It's all pretty much the same, I think, no matter what promotion you're with. As far as the experience, unless it were the UFC or the Bellator, but I'm coming into it expecting, do the same thing as last time, and that won't change my experience or how I feel or approach the fight or anything like that. So I just think it'll be interesting being in Hartford, Connecticut. I really like Twin River Casino, so I'm interested in Connecticut, and I know that's Dan's hometown or right around there. So that for me is a plus, because I don't really like the extra pressure when I'm at home, when I got several hundred fans or whoever shows up. It's really a lot of pressure. I don't need that. I enjoy coming into someone else's hometown and fighting like that. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Awesome, my man. Well, Bruce, how is the camaraderie? How are your fans taking this? That Bruce is getting back in there after nursing an injury in between that title win. How is the fan base and how is that feeling to you now, getting ready to defend?
The fan, the response has been awesome. I mean, I don't know if it's just being the champ or just, I don't know. Life rolls around. It's up and down like a roller coaster, especially in the fight game. As long as my career's been, it's been up and down. And I start, trying not to pay attention to where the fans are at. And like Karen, I should say, I noticed it. And there's been a big response, and everybody's been really, really supportive for this fight. excited to see me back in there. I think they're excited. They see me with a new gym, and they see the mentality I have and the good feelings. You know, my life's going well, and I think they respond well to that. And they know that means I'm gonna have a good fight. I'm gonna be at my best, and I think they realize that. So I got some people coming down, going all the way to Hartford, which is like at least a 5-hour drive from where I'm at up in Northern Maine. So, they know how far it is up here. So it's a trip, but everybody's coming down and everybody's excited for the fight. I'm excited to get back in there. It's probably one of the longer layoffs I've had in my career, with the rehab with the knee and everything. But it's giving me a chance to really balance life out and kind of rejuvenate myself and just get a little more hungry, if you will. Just excited to get back in there. So I'm pumped.
Now, Bruce, you talked about, after fighting Soriano, there's not much better out there that's around here. Have you talked about that? You didn't watch Dan much at all. Do you just worry about yourself in there and you adapt to whatever fighter comes your way, or are you going to study a little bit of Dan before the night comes?
I won't look at Dan's fights, and I don't prefer to do that. I believe in just focusing on what I do. From there until Dan likes to stand up and strike, and he's done it with every one of his fights. So for me, that's music to my ears. I love that, and I hope that he does it with me. So I can kind of work on keeping my striking sharp, but I've been doing a whole ton more jiu-jitsu since I've been in the new camp. So I'm excited if it goes there. I'm really excited. I think he's got to have at least as good a grappling, if not better than Sean did. But I'm just not stressing that area, and I'm obviously I'm not really stressing the striking. I mean, anything can ever happen, but I love standing up and striking. And if a guy's going to stand in front of me, I think for 5 rounds I get an opportunity to connect on something that I don't often get to do, and I just think something will land sooner or later. So it's a fun matchup for Dan. And like I said, I have my teammates. I mean, they just take the initiative. They go watch all his fights, and then they come back and they say, "This is what he likes to do. This is what we're going to work on," and we drill it a lot. And then my coaches, Jeremy Tyler, he'll watch him as well and come back in and say, "This is what he's doing." We work the standard and we drill a lot of different stuff. And man, it's just hopefully he does what he normally does, because it's really exciting what we've been working on, and I feel confident that something's going to open up.
Excellent, my man. Well, Bruce, talking about Dan a little bit more, you're going to Hartford, you're going to Connecticut. That's Dan's home base. Now we talk about the Soriano fight. He was a heavily favorite in that fight, and he probably had maybe a bigger fan base at the CES fight that you won that title at. You're going to be going to Hartford. You're going to be going into the same circumstance. Only you're the champ and you have the belt that somebody else wants to take from you. How you feel about actually going into Dan's backyard to kind of defend this title? And are you drooling over upsetting a crowd in Connecticut?
Man, it is what it is. I don't take any pride in upsetting a crowd. I mean, they all show up to cheer for a fighter, and I respect that. I wish you guys could win. That would be cool. I don't take pride in another guy having to lose. I really don't, because we all put a lot into the fights and stuff. But with that said, like I said, it's a lot less pressure to come in there, and I know it's hometown and all the people will be there, but it's a fight. When the door closes, we're both trying to do what we've been working on for several months, and win or lose, I'm excited to be able to fight the guy and to be able to go down there and do it. It's the main event. So it's a big card, man. It's a big card with Nick Newell and Strong Gotti and some of these other guys on there. To be headlining that, it's an honor, and I'm really excited for that, and it don't matter where it is.
Bruce, man, always respectful, always, you know, social media, you're always like shouting out, you're always sending stuff out there, just really meaningful stuff, man. Even in the fight game, you're a killer in there, you are the champ, but you still loads of respect for your opponent, man. Dude, how far away are we? Like, what are we, 3.5 weeks away or so?
Yeah, I mean, today's the first, so we're talking
4
about
weeks.
like 30 days, something like that.
Yeah.
I call it a month, you know, we're a month out, and that's exciting. That's when it starts getting real, and
Yeah.
you know, no more little cheat meals or anything like that. It gets real right now, and I, you know, it's times like, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to go down to my camp and get some work done or something. I'm not doing that no more. Like, it's, you know, the last month is strict. I got to set aside some of these personal things I like to do for the day, and it has to be able to train in all seriousness. So heading out to LA on Monday, you know, at the Black House. So we'll get out there, and that's training all day, every day with some of the best out there. So I'm excited about that, and then I'll get right back to here later in the month, and then we'll close things out here with the team. And you know, one thing's for sure, I know I'll be ready to go on May 31st, and I know we're getting the cage, and I'll perform. You know, hopefully it's the outcome that every fighter wants, and you know, we'll bring home another belt.
Excellent, my man. Well, Bruce, this is basically the biggest card of the year coming. You mentioned, you know, Nick Newell on there. You got John Gotti coming into town. That place is going to be rocking. The roof is going to be coming off that place, man. Bruce,
Sure.
I appreciate you always giving me the time, man. You never have, you know, always when I connect with you, always say, no problem, man. You know, let's talk. I love it, buddy. I wish you so much success, and you know, I can't wait to see that fight and be there to witness, you know, an amazing card and you defend that belt, man.
Yeah, right on, brother. I mean, it goes both ways. I know that your time's precious. All you guys are out there, you know, staying up and doing all this, and I really appreciate it. Good chance to get our name out there a little more and be on that platform. So I'm very thankful for that as well. Always being invited out, and we're super excited. I love this card. I think it's a really big card for CES, and something that our fans should be excited about. So. You know what? It's a perfect time of the year, too, because May 31st is like that gateway to the beautiful time of the year for New England. And, you know, everybody's going to be excited on May 31st, you know, even if there weren't fights. But they got some fun fights to close out tonight, and then we go right through to the summer and have a hell of a time. So couldn't be more excited, man.
Excellent, my man. Well, last thing you want to say to him, or?
Wish him luck, and we
Thank you,
maybe
guys.
see you in there. Maybe I see you in there.
You'll be around. I won't be.
Yeah,
I'll be out of town, but I'll be keeping up on social media about it. But I definitely relate to what you were saying about focusing on what you're gonna do as opposed to what they're gonna do. And you know, and I think you have the right mindset for it. And you know, get out there and show them how hard you've been working.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
All right, Bruce, man.
It's more than we can control.
All right, man. You, you know, have a great time training in LA, man, and we'll see you when you get back, and we'll be following you all the way to, you know, that walk to the cage on the 31st.
For sure, guys. I mean, you all have a good time leading up to May 31st, and I guess we'll be crossing paths soon.
Yeah,
all right.
Sounds great.
All right, my man. Thanks a lot, champ. Thanks for the
have
call.
A good night. Thank you.
All right, take care.
You got it. Bye.
He's such a good dude, man.
Yeah,
He's
sounds
such
like
a
a really
good
cool
dude. So, do you know Dan Dubuque a little bit? Well, you know,
I've never met him,
for
but yeah.
that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I've been following. You know, Dan and I are friends.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm friends with a lot of fun. I'm friends with Bruce. I'm friends with you. Friends with Julio.
What?
Who?
Or
this
pretend
guy?
to be. But Dan I've known since like for a while fighting. The kid only takes tough fights.
Mhm.
Fought Manny Bermudez to a decision.
Mhm.
The only person, but we're going way back as amateurs.
Yeah.
But you know, he went into Cage Titans, went up in a weight class. He beat Jimmy Manning for the title there, the 155-pound title.
Mhm.
Came back, fought at 135 against Cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
Close fight.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Came back again. What? Who did he fight next? At CES 135, but I think he fought again at Cage Titans. No, he only fought one time at 135, and then he went to CES and fought 135.
Okay.
Then he fought there, but the guy only takes like tough fights, and now he's got Bruce Boyington.
Yeah.
For the title.
Yeah. No,
In Hartford, that's where Dan is. Dan's a big, Dan's got like he's making edible cookie dough business. He's got there like a little like
what?
Yes, he's got an edible cookie dough. Something I got it. I'll show you later.
So edible cookie dough that screams vegan to me because it doesn't have eggs and stuff in it. Is that accurate?
Dan Dubuque, if you're watching, but I'll show you his page. It's like a little ice cream shop, only they make edible cookie dough.
What?
Yes.
I like because I when we talked last time that I'm like transitioning into like more of like a veganism type diet, like not a strict vegan, but like I'm moving that direction. So if like vegan cookie dough,
I'm giving Dan a plug right now.
Would be amazing.
Let me look. Let me find him on Facebook.
Like, for real.
I don't think he delivers yet, but
I don't want to talk about food.
But I'm
I'll hook you up with him. I'll connect you. We'll look at his page after.
I don't want to eat into tomorrow, so
Jesus.
then I get hungry and I go home and eat everything.
I got some peanuts over there.
No, he's fine. He's on a diet.
He's on a diet. What's going on?
My diet.
Yeah, we're trying to slowly get him ready for when we go hiking in Nepal. Like,
okay.
He's trying to trim down a little bit for it.
Lose a little bit of weight and
what is?
it's gonna be a rough.
Keep chilling now.
I know. I was like.
What's he
trying to
saying?
read
Like
it
he
as
says
going.
he's got. What's he saying about the roof blowing off? Because then there won't be anywhere for the press to sit. I think the roof is where we sat last time. They sat like center field. It was so far away.
Yeah, like
I
would write a play-by-play, but I can't.
Yeah, like Travis, like that's it's short end of the. I stayed home and I watched. I actually did a flight companion for me. I had the best seat in the house and I fell asleep almost halfway through the fight companion. I had to get out of here. I'm like bored, out of my mind. But keep chilling that somewhere. They better put you closer because let me just tell you about that. The commission has nothing to do with how close you are, unless you're like in the cage area.
Right. Okay.
If you're outside, the commission has nothing to do. It's all on the promotion where they sit the media. I'm sorry to say. Someone wants to debate me with that or whatever, or show me where it says that.
Okay.
All right. But inside the fenced-in area, that's where
the commission has control over that
yeah,
space.
some over there. Yeah.
Okay.
But
That
outside where the
sounds
audience is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they can put you a little closer. Let me tell you.
Good to know.
I can take it. I'm sitting front row.
I was right there, man, like touching the fence.
What's going on here? Walt's having like conversation with everyone. He's got like 20 new friggin'
like,
you're answering people in foreign languages over here.
Yeah, they listening from Ecuador, man.
Yeah,
Holy God.
All the way from Ecuador
my friends
right
in
now.
Ecuador are chiming in, and like I'm able to read a little bit of Spanish, and
That's
I can
awesome.
kind of be like, thanks, like I can have a conversation,
Yeah.
but like so I think Sanders making fun of me like, oh, when did you start doing interviews in Spanish? And I'm like, I can't yet,
Awesome.
but like
I can't
but,
yet.
Like, not yet, but I'm working
Everyone's
on it.
like saying stuff. I can't keep track of
read
it.
I can read a little bit of Spanish, and like, and if
Too much going on.
somebody's speaking
No,
to me
it's
in Spanish, I'm
it's
kind
good.
of
Like
okay
that's
with
what I was showing Taylor this morning. I was like, wow, the number don't lie. Like I was watching one of the page, and they have almost all the fights. They happen the 27, and you can see like this one got 77 views. The other one got 300.
Yeah.
Taylor have the most like 1,300.
Yeah.
Like you're going from 77 to 200 to like 1,000.
Exactly.
People are definitely interested
I
in
was
watching
like,
that fight replay.
Exactly.
I guess people that were watching.
Well, I mean, it's a big fight, and
there was
there's not too many beast ladies in New England. You know what I mean? It's like when there's a big women's fight, amateur pro. I mean,
Yeah, they
People
It's a lot
latch
of
because
attention,
it's
yeah.
far, it's big gaps in between when we
Yeah.
have it. I think last CES had a couple of women's fight.
yeah.
This time they have Jessie Mealy on there.
Yeah. I was
I don't know if
gonna
there's any other. I think there might be another women's fight. I don't know.
I don't know
but,
if it Rose. She
Yeah,
was
I don't-
supposed to.
Rose fought the last card.
that's
Yeah, I don't
right.
know if Hillary Rose is on this.
But
one
there's
or
still
not.
time. Like there's 4 weeks. I mean, they
Yeah,
can sign
yeah, they can
Yeah.
different
still
people for
them.
But
Yeah.
women's
Yeah.
MMA in New England.
It was
big.
good, man. It was like that's why I was nervous more for the referee. That's what I was nervous.
Say this again. Wait a minute. Wait. The ref for Neff.
Huh?
Well, they had a couple different refs, but yeah.
Well, they had Kevin McDonald's there.
Yeah, I was.
Kevin
Low-key
McDonald's
me,
my
man.
buddy.
I
Kevin
was
McDonald's my
low-key.
buddy.
I was.
So Kevin McDonald, Alan Lau, and then the other guy that's always good ref. I see him everywhere. I can't think of his name. So would you have?
No. I got McDonald. It was good. Like I was happy when I see him because he knows what's
Oh
going
my God,
on.
that's UFC That's
Yeah.
UFC caliber.
Oh no,
right there,
definitely.
man.
Like, he understands that, but I know always my fear. My fear is always about the referee. Like, and I saw it happen too many times. I think it even happened in there too. Like you can be a good referee and boxing or kickboxing, whatever, but if you don't understand the ground,
You don't understand
You don't-
MMA,
you
like
don't
the whole.
understand MMA.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
so it's like, it's like when Taylor fought McCoy. She grabbed the leg of McCoy, and the referee kind of like jumped
Oh, you
on
talked
it
about
and
that.
say,
Yeah.
and say, no heel hook.
No,
like,
yeah.
And I was
I thought it
setting-
was a
No
leg.
heel
What were you
I was
doing?
setting up
You
a
just-
Z-bar or
I
something.
was setting up a straight ankle lock,
Yeah.
and the referee told me to. He was like, "No heel hooks," and he told me to let it go. So I ended up letting go of the straight ankle lock and pulled her into guard and armbarred her
Yeah.
instead. Like, I mean, there's more steps involved.
No,
but, like,
yeah, I
I
understand,
let
but-
go of my leg attack.
But you were in the right. You weren't going for what he
I
was
wasn't
saying.
gonna touch your heel. I was gonna do a straight
Yeah,
ankle lock.
so
And-
for you don't know, and like,
Something like that could
or
cost
like-
you a fight
or
right
like,
there.
oh yeah,
or
that's
like,
always my
You're gonna let
fear.
go, and all of a sudden you're in a vulnerable spot. Especially if you're diving for a leg.
Or like,
you know what I mean?
like Jack Stapleton, for example, and he had a calf slicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a referee was trying to contest that and almost disqualified
He
him.
just won. He won that cage
Yeah.
titles with a calf
Yeah.
slicer.
Exactly, that's
Yeah.
the one
Yeah.
where they
That's the
almost
one.
he almost got disqualified
Oh,
from
is
that
that
fight
right?
because they thought it was an illegal leg attack, and I was like, no,
Like
that's
for you
legal.
don't
What do you think?
understand,
And so, like,
What are
it
these
was- it was
alien moves
contested.
to that?
yeah, no,
Yeah,
and this
and-
like again, for you to understand the grappling aspect is they should teach them. You
Yeah.
know, like I saw it over there in the fight at 27. Like one of
Oh, Dylan Henry, yeah.
he got a Kimura. The kid is like Jack. The other kid got a good Kimura. He keep working. The end of the round, it was getting close to, and I think he's defending that Kimura to me good enough. Like he's not standing to his shoulder, so they stop the fight, and that's what I get nervous. Like
Yeah.
It looked like an early stop because
Like,
Dylan's a strong guy.
He
His
was
arm-
muscling it up.
Yeah.
He was still muscling it before he
Yeah,
was.
so he had a lot of strength,
Yeah.
a lot of muscle left, and his arm, like from watching the replay,
Yeah,
was like still kind of level with his body.
Okay.
He wasn't like overextended or
All right.
anything, and
Yeah,
and the
he was-
referee.
Was he? He was
in-
probably afraid he was going to yank it.
Yeah,
Like, I
maybe,
think it was
but
all
get
done with-
loose and bam,
Yeah.
break
I think it was
it.
all
What-
done
what,
with
what-
good intention of like protecting the fighter,
Yeah.
like, but it still seemed too early to me.
Yeah,
and I
it's-
think some of it may be
If
from,
somebody was more knowledgeable, they
It's
would have let
like-
it go a little longer.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
He's
because
like,
muscled through it a
they
little
would have
bit.
seen that like that angle, he
Yeah.
was still fine.
Yeah.
Because even if his
So
arm
what did
started
he
to go-
think after the stoppage? Was he dipshit like
Oh, he was
crazy
pissed.
shit?
Well,
Yeah.
It was,
I mean,
it
I
was
don't-
pissed, and
Yeah.
then he was like, oh,
I was like, I don't want to
Yeah.
speak for him, but the Facebook post that he put up about it, he was kind of like, I think it was early, but it happens, and he
Yeah.
seems to have made peace
He,
with
he
it. But
kind of
Alright,
like
I mean, he's a
accepted.
super laid back
He was
guy.
pissed,
He's a
but then
super
he
cool guy.
accepted it.
Because
like,
I'm starting
alright,
a page
whatever.
right now. I'm gonna start a page. We're gonna be
Yeah, it's good.
we're gonna be
A good
we're gonna be
video.
ranking refs in New England
Oh.
on their
Teach ref-
A
performance.
good
Teach
video.
refs
Just to let you know that. Wait a minute. Ref School, it's called. Steve's Ref
That's
School.
beautiful.
So I'm gonna call
No, that because nothing
RateYourRef.com.
because I'm gonna go
Nothing
find that
made
tape.
me
I'm gonna go
more
find that fight now,
nervous
and I
than
want to
that.
see what you're talking about. 'Cause I didn't see it, but it's called Steve's Ref School. So we're gonna be critiquing
You-
refs calls.
I'm watching this girl. She's holding the amateur title 125.
Yeah, they do,
135 in what is it, Missouri? The one we asked for August.
Illinois.
Illinois. No, I'm sorry. Rebecca, the one she's fighting.
Cowboy fight
She
series.
and Cowboy. She have one of the girl in Amber. And
Yeah.
when you see that Amber, like I was like, oh, thank God it was not one of the referees from over here.
Because they would have called it on it, yeah.
They would have stopped.
I'm surprised.
the fight.
Well, if you had
But-
that same guy, he probably would have called your arm bar like halfway while you were still rolling.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
she's got the arm grab. She's gonna get it.
But it's kind of crazy because he went to the back to get Taylor, and I was like, shit. I was like, and I don't want to say too much because then I don't want to piss off Taylor because she know what I was going to
Yeah,
say.
she's like, oh no,
I was trying to intervene,
not
I was like,
again.
shoot.
But the only thing
Shut up.
I say,
Shut up, Julio.
the only
Shut
thing,
up.
I got the ref. I got it in my page. You know, I have him in my page.
So-
It's
so-
nothing bad.
So wait a
you
minute.
know.
All right. So when you, I didn't think of this
Oh, my
like this way of thinking from a coach. Like you walk in, not only you're thinking about everything in there, you're thinking, what the fuck ref do I have tonight? Like do
Exactly. I don't care about the fight. Like I know she can punch, I know she can kick, but that's what I'm afraid. That's always I'm afraid like what kind of referee I'm gonna get. An experienced one, the one that don't have any experience, like you know, it's tough. The referee job is super hard because like if you let something go too far, something breaks.
Yeah,
that
and
guy
then it's
is
on
out
them.
forever.
Yeah.
You know, or if you call it too quick,
Here's
Then what?
here's the
It's a
thing
lot of
though.
pressure.
They took the job. They want
Yeah.
to do it. So they know the pressure. They know
yeah.
they know I got a page coming too. Steve's ref schools. Keith chilling.
No, it's you know, it's that's my fear, you know. And then the ref went to the back to get Taylor, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get Taylor upset, you know, piss off or whatever before she jump to the cage. So I say to the ref, all right, so heel hooks they're allowing here, right?
We already
It's
had a
like-
rules meeting.
Yeah, and it's like, no, I'm gonna explain that. So it's like, he's like, yeah, so you can do heel hook, you can do this, you can do that. And I said, so you understand that? And he's like, yeah. Because in my mind,
Because
we
I
went
got a spider coming out here,
Yeah.
and she's gonna be laying on some friggin'
Yeah, because that was one of the game. We're gonna shoot and go for the leg. That was one of the game plans.
Yeah.
That's why we love to fight over there.
That was
because
option 1A on the
Alright,
ground.
yeah.
Was leg lock.
To
and
do
it
leg
didn't
lock.
happen,
So I
moved
was
to
like,
two.
I see the same ref, they tried to stop her before. So I'm like, shit,
What was he
like,
just
he's
like-
gonna stop the fight and disqualify her. So I'm like,
Was he just checking her like?
yeah,
He did
yeah,
the
yeah,
fixing
yeah.
in
Mouthpiece and
and
stuff,
it was a
alright.
different ref. on
Yeah,
the
it's
other
like-
side.
Julio, wait, now I can go live. Now I can go live. And
Yeah. Oh yeah. As soon as I see McDonald in the cage
Yeah.
going around, I was a little bit confused.
Yeah.
And then they closed the cage,
You're like,
and I was like, perfect. Let me take my phone out. I'm going live. I was like, I can be in peace because I know the ref.
I gotta stop.
You
I
know
gotta
what
stop
he's gonna
betting on
do.
friggin' amateur fights now. I want a refs in there.
It's just-
Well, like, it happens all the time though, because there's like it was a different ref entirely, but I don't even remember what card it was on, but it was a women's fight in New England, and one of the women got mount on the other, threw 2 punches, and they stopped the
That's
fight.
it.
And it was like,
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
and it was
the-
way too soon because it was like there wasn't even time for the other woman to like shrimp. They
Trim,
didn't give the
push.
opportunity
That's it,
for
yeah.
her to get out of there, and so it was just kind of like. And it seemed like maybe I'm overstepping my bounds here a little bit, but it seems to me that women's fights get stopped sooner than men's fights when it comes to ground and pound. Like that's my general observation. Is like that it seems
Yeah,
they
yeah,
let
yeah.
men hit each other for longer than they do the women.
You can
take
it.
Yeah, but it's just like and so like.
Steve Rita.
But like so that's but like that's something that Julio and I have discussed before when we were like getting into like setting up a fight or whatever where we're just like, all right, well in this location some of these refs will stop women's fights really early.
Yeah.
So if
I
she gets
always
mount
watch
on
that.
you,
That is.
and so it's like
always.
and so it's one of those things where it's like if somebody gets mount on me, I have to escape immediately or they might stop the fight.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like those things
I
are kind of
always
like
watch
you know,
them.
Unbelievable. That's gonna go through your mind because I'm aware of it, but I don't think about it when I'm watching a fight. except if there's like one particular ref that
Yeah.
lets things go too long or too short.
Yeah,
you don't know what
exactly.
you're getting. It's like a fucking.
Exactly. Like,
So, but
like sometimes
other than
I'm
that, I
fine
don't
for you
think
let
about
it
it.
go
But
too
you
long.
think about it like that's when you're searching out the venue. Who do we
Yeah.
got tonight?
Exactly. Like all Taylor's fight. That's what I
Keith
always
is like,
watch.
I usually get on top and it lasts just 2 seconds. Oh wait, you guys are talking about fighting. Never mind.
Who's that? Keith Schilling? He's very funny.
Oh man.
Oh, I forgot. Raz was on, and
Yeah,
now it's like
Raz.
Janice Hilton's on now. Raz
Yeah.
had
was
opened
a
some
great
guy, split
fight.
some
Oh
guy
my
right
God,
in
that was
half, right?
nasty,
Talk
man.
about elbows,
Oh my
man.
God.
Like that was
Well,
crazy.
Well, Raz had the fight with Eric Bedard, one of our contributors of Regional Fight Sports,
Huh.
and he hit. That's how he got Eric with some nasty elbows.
elbow
Man.
from
Yeah.
hell. Yeah.
And I was talking with the guy that Raf fought, and he told me, I watch him fight. I know I can fight with him, and when I step in the cage, and he was across from me, he switched 10.
Yeah.
He said he switched 10, so when I look again, I'm like, shit, that he's gonna fight me southpaw.
Yeah.
So he throw his game away.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's like,
it.
what the hell? Like, so he gets screwed up because he switched the stand.
Yeah.
That was very smart,
Ras is
That's
correcting us and said it was a left cross, not an elbow that opened him. Okay.
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 Yeah,
I
thought it
heard
was-
elbow. I didn't catch the replay.
I was in the top floor, and I hear people talking. When I look to the side, all the
blood
guys
everywhere.
Yeah.
Immediately, I was
bleeding,
like,
man,
woo.
See, I think
oh, that was nasty, man.
I think
the
they
side
really.
of my finger like that. Like,
Oh yeah.
it was like
It
this.
was bad. It was
Like
brutal.
that,
So we're
man.
gonna have to.
Ah,
I think Matt Peterson recorded them, like to release later because I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
today.
yeah, they have
So
a guy.
all right, so we're gonna see that bloodbath.
yeah, that was like wow.
So awesome.
Yeah, that
was crazy.
It's like I looked away for a second. I looked back and like Ras had like blood all
Just
down
the
his
left
arm.
cross this
And
time.
so like it's I guess I assumed it was his elbow because
Yeah,
he was covered
because
in blood. And I
yeah.
was just like, oh, it says the
Well,
wrong
he
direction.
ended up clinching.
Well,
Left
good
cross.
for him. I mean, great for Raz,
Yeah.
man.
It was
In
a-
his
it was a
whole,
beautiful win.
In his
Beautiful.
his area over there,
Yeah.
pleasing the
Yeah,
crowd once
yeah.
again.
It was crazy because in the weigh-in, Ras weighed like 125.
Oh, so this was
no, the
so-
other guy was like 260.
yeah, but that's what Raz
remember,
light heavy now.
Yeah,
Well, what
he
is
liked to keep
what is that
himself
called,
in
Raz? I'm
there.
sorry, I had Raz on the show and we talked about that.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he
I
fought
remember.
Jorgen. That was
And
the
the 125.
Yeah, the
Cruiser?
225
What was
title.
Yeah,
that,
the
cruiserweight?
225.
No, it's not cruiserweight,
He'll
is
say
it?
what it is, but it's I forgot what weight class it is. It's 225, but I think it's 205 to 225. Right?
Yeah, he went to,
206 to 225.
but it was mind blowing to me. Like he don't have to keep it in there, but he want to keep it in
Yeah,
the 225. Like the other guy was like 264.
That's
like,
all right. Look what he
Yeah.
did to him.
Yeah, but oh my
Cruiser.
god, man!
Okay,
Like
I
Cruiser.
was right. Yeah, cruiserweight. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
it was crazy. Like I would have show up like I don't know, like 250 in
Well,
there. Like
Yeah, that guy's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
it
all right.
also depends on where you feel good. Too.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about being the heaviest you can be. It's also being like where you
Be
feel
able to
fast and
move
smooth and
and-
like.
yeah.
You know, it's like that's the same reason why like I wouldn't really want to move up to featherweight. Like technically I probably could, but like then I feel a little bit slower, you
Yeah.
know. And so it's like if I wanted to move up to featherweight, I'd have to do it smart. You know, I'd have to like slowly build up lean
Yeah,
muscle as opposed to like trying to bulk up real fast and
Exactly.
then I'm like sluggish, you know. It's like
There's
I imagine it's
there's
the
no
same
need
thing.
to go there.
yeah, you know,
No
it's like
need
I
to
feel
go
like
there.
it's probably be the same thing like in Ras's situation, you know. It's like he feels his
Yeah,
best
that's
in that
he made
range,
it there.
you
He
know.
wanted to stay there.
Yeah.
So I mean, Raz is on. Raz. He they had Cam Arnold in there. They had Tom Pags. They had like how many title belts were up? Four or five? Because they had the amateur. What was it? The 155er also or
There was a
170?
There was a
I think it was 170.
So I had the women's bantamweight. There was a men's bantamweight, and then there was a men's 170.
Yeah, that
And
was
then
and a featherweight, which
men's
is
featherweight,
was
yeah.
was Tom Pags and
They one of
298.
them either made the way.
I think it was one of the men's bantamweight fighters.
Yeah,
weight.
yeah, because it was 135 and he gets stuck in 136.
Something like that.
Ah,
And he was the one that ended up
yeah.
winning, so he won the fight, but not the title because he missed weight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was a cool dude.
Yeah,
But
it was.
he a nice
We
guy.
help him. We help him.
Yeah, we saw him trying to cut weight, and I had extra salt and alcohol and
Oh,
stuff that I
cool.
poured in
Yeah,
my
so-
bath, and I was like, "Here, take it, whatever you
Oh,
need." Like
that's
sweet
awesome.
sweat. I'm like, "Here, go,
we give
go."
him, that
Like-
queen to swear like.
And he still didn't make it, but
He's
like
still
he
like,
got close, you know.
Hey,
So, but
he's-
his
what are you
coach
gonna
was
do?
super nice and was like,
Yeah,
"Here,"
yeah.
it like offered to pay me back for the salt and stuff, and I'm like, "Dude, it's Epsom salt. It like
Oh.
cost me like $6. You're fine."
So-
Like,
So we mentioned Raz and Jorgen.
Mhm.
So someone's saying Jorgen De Castro versus Raz Hilton again, 225.
oh, they're calling.
That
for
that's
it.
possible, but I just have to say, Jorgen De Castro. I got beans. I know the beans, but Jorgen De
Are we
Castro.
allowed to talk about this?
No, I'm not gonna
Oh.
make the beans
Okay.
announcement. I don't want to spill his party. He's beat the shit out of me. He only in Fall River
Because we have beans about it too.
because Jorgen put a post out today saying
Huh?
big things coming.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah.
something's coming with Jorgen.
Yeah.
He
I'm
made an
part of
announcement.
that.
Yeah,
But
we're in the
we
know.
all know what's
We
going
know.
on.
We know.
So-
but we can't let you all know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
But-
Jared Kelly also said Jorgen Camp has an announcement soon. So it's New England. We know what the fuck's going on. Jared Kelly, just a big shout out to Jared Kelly. Will be back in here with me next week
Oh, cool.
because I have
Yeah.
Cam Arnold on,
Mhm.
who won
I saw that, yeah,
defended the title.
Yeah.
And we have Tom Pags on, who won the title against Zach Richards. 5-round war there.
Yeah,
Well, actually,
yeah.
I think Tom won every round, so I can't say really a war. I think
It was still a good.
It was a good
though.
fight. Yeah,
I mean,
two great fights.
He
but
clearly.
two great.
I
points.
agree that he clearly won every round,
But it was.
but it wasn't like he
entertaining.
swept it. You know,
Yeah.
like it was a really good exchange. I
I'm
feel.
happy seeing if you're watching. Hopefully, release them to fight. Well, you don't have to release Cam's because I stole that from Instagram. Hello, yours. No. Actually, I put yours on Instagram.
I was
I
like,
stole
you
yours.
3 angles.
Yeah, three
So
different
awesome.
angles of the same fight.
So, damn, we've been going.
it's like 9:45.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think we're about good, man.
Yeah, starting to
But I
wind
want you to. Oh, actually,
Oh yeah.
up. Look at
24/7 Inked magazine.
this. Yeah.
We got
They got their copies. Walt, they have their copies.
And we're gonna.
Do you
have
know
them sign.
Jared Kelly? He was the
gonna be signing this.
one interviewing me in this magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
remember that.
posted that a couple
For
times.
Fight Book, yeah.
I
Fight
posted
Book.
it.
Fight Book, big shout out to you.
That was
I
nice.
was like
Um,
flipping through this real quick, and I legit thought this was me for like a quarter second. I
Do you have
don't-
tattoos?
No, I don't. That's why.
Are
I did a
you
double take.
are you ever? Is that something? Or you just?
Yeah, no, someday. I just have to
All right,
figure
cool.
out what and where and.
Well,
have money to
there
do it.
is Walt and 24/7 Inked. I think are traveling this way during the summer for the Connecticut convention. Tommy's
I
tattoo
want them
convention.
tattoo.
Yeah,
So
Julio
I need
Steve Azara, who is owner or he's the godfather of the magazine. I have to say he was on the show. They have another magazine coming out, Azara, getting back to Steve's roots, which is music and fashion,
Oh, okay.
and other little variety mixed in there too. But
He
they're
needs some help
coming.
with fashion
They're,
too.
they're,
I mean,
man.
like
Walt,
look-
hook
like-
him up, hook
Look
her
at
up.
this, like.
Well, he needs the tattoos.
Page 126.
This is my favorite jacket. I've been wearing it for like 15 years, and it's falling apart. Like it's literally fraying.
But that's the style.
Oh,
Yeah.
good,
Falling,
perfect. Maybe.
apart is the style.
All right, I'm on the right track.
I
Then,
mean, it looks
you know?
good, but you got a
Thank
little.
you, thank you.
That's why I always wear the
There's
same
nothing wrong with
clothes.
that. That adds a little,
Sarah,
you know.
but like I've seriously owned this since I was like 15.
And what?
I'm like
you
28
want to keep
now.
it, or you want
Yeah,
you're looking
no,
for something new?
I love it, but
I
I'm
want
just
to
saying.
donate it.
Let me.
No,
All right,
I
I'm
just
gonna
need
throw.
help.
I'm
I
gonna
just need
throw
help.
something out to you right now. Forget Walt. He's got too much going on with, Kinmoy.
I've worked with him before.
Have you?
I have, yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I got some distance advice when I was getting. I had to get a suit for my sister's wedding, and so I was like, "Somebody help!" And he was like writing to me. And it was right after I had fought his partner.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stephanie. And it was like right after that, and he was like, "I still feel a little bit awkward about the fact that you just like beat up." Like, I had a fight with my girlfriend, but I'm gonna help you anyway because you seem like a cool person. And I was like, oh,
That's cool. That's
I'm like,
kid
that's
wife
so
for you.
nice. I was like,
Um,
thank
We
you.
want to make you look like a monkey.
Right, yeah.
No, it turned out good. Like, he gave me advice on, like,
No way!
but he worked really hard to, like...
Yes.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Oh my God!
He worked
All
really
right.
hard to make me
Strike
look
that.
good. Yeah.
Roberta Villa from Fightbook just said hi. What's
Oh,
up,
yeah.
y'all?
Hey, how's it going? I'll
but-
be in Albuquerque next week, so we definitely need to meet up.
There
at
you
some
go,
point.
Roberta.
Yeah.
I want you to give your shout outs, even though they're all over your poster
Right
here.
here.
But it's what you do. There's more than that, I think. I don't do your thing. Say whatever the hell you want to
Okay.
say.
All right. I have like a little.
We got.
listing.
Look at this one. Look at what we got in here.
Oh,
I
look,
like
you got
this one.
points.
I like that
You're
one.
pointing them.
Oh wait. Here we go. Here we
Oh,
go.
look at
Even
that.
better. Even better.
So we'll start.
There you go.
Oh, upside down. Wait a minute.
That just come from Ecuador. That's like that. People can follow him
All right,
more.
all right, all right. Yeah, that's my Pied Piper right
Yeah.
there.
Pied Piper of MMA
From New
fans.
England.
All right. So we'll start from this side. So since we're starting over here, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. And,
cut it out.
And I'll make it, and all that you and Regional Fight Sports do to help promote
Cut
me
it out.
and like other fighters like me, like it's just amazing.
Follow us, Regional Fight Sports Facebook, and go see us on regionalfightsports.org right there.
Right there.
Scholarships. We're giving away scholarships. All you have to do is apply. All right.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Right? I mean, like free money.
Nobody wants it.
I
Three
want
$500 scholarships.
Can I like
Go to
apply
Region-
it to like student loans, or does it have to be?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
teasing.
fine.
I'm kidding.
give it to you.
I'm kidding.
So go ahead.
But so thank you again for having me. Tommy Vickers from Queen MMA was a huge part of getting this fight put together between me and Andrea. We were both nominated for Amateur Fighter of the Year. We were both finalists. It came down to a popular vote, and she won the popular vote. And then everyone was calling for that fight to happen, and it just kind of all fell into place between Matt Peterson from NEF putting it together, but Tommy kind of played like a huge part in, first of all, like introducing us to each other. We didn't know each other existed until that that contest, you know, and then he was like a huge part of actually making it happen too.
Yeah.
So the big shout out to him, big thanks. I think both Andrea and I both grew a lot from this fight, so like it super helpful. I already gave a shout out to Regional Fight Sports. Oh, here we go. E-Cryo. I'm like hunching down on my seat a little bit so I'm not in the way. So if you haven't tried cryotherapy, I think it's huge for every fighter to do it. Like it helped me with my recovery time was incredibly
I see a
faster.
lot of fighters doing that.
And
A lot of fighters.
And it was just like I felt like after a tough workout or like even like borderline injury, like your knees seizing up and you're like, ugh, I'd go get cryotherapy and I'd be fine the next day. It was just like it's the benefits of the ice bath, but like tenfold, and it only takes 3 minutes instead of like 30 minutes. And it helps you burn a lot of calories. It's like 500 to 800 calories
your
per
body's
session.
trying
You have
to warm
heat up
itself.
again.
Yeah.
And so I think that was one of the reasons why my weight cut went so well. As I was doing cryotherapy once or twice a week, and it like helped me like stay injury free and get more training. So like I think everyone needs to do it. I mean definitely check out cryotherapy in Framingham.
I
good
don't know
deals
where
there.
your fight's going to be next time, but
I don't know
because
yet.
I was supposed to come, just too much was going on.
Are you busy on Saturday?
This Saturday?
I'm going over there and we're shooting like a
Cryotherapy.
little video with me
Over there?
and Jose Lugo.
Yeah,
I
Lugo's
work
going to
Saturday.
go.
What time you going
2
during the day?
o'clock.
Like at 2. No,
I work till
don't
3:30.
Do you have any time between now and Tuesday? Are you busy Friday? You have Fridays off, don't you? Normally?
Yeah, I might have Friday off.
Okay,
Like
maybe at least you and I can pop in on Friday.
yeah, let me know.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you going? You gotta go to the bathroom or something?
Yeah,
All
just
right.
do.
Don't trip.
All right, fine. We'll see you in a
The
minute.
lights over there somewhere.
But
I
maybe,
don't need light.
All right. You don't have to shut that door.
yeah, maybe you and I can head over there on Friday.
Yeah,
and I
we'll
can give you a
see.
tour of the place, and we can throw you in the ice chamber.
Definitely, I want to try that. Roberto Villo's saying he needs his logo on there.
Oh, for sure.
Next, yeah, we'll talk about
let's
this.
do it.
We're all a team here. The Room Podcast.
For
So,
sure.
All right.
But, we should see if we can
still
come in
got
there.
your
Yes.
poking stick here.
Yeah, so we should definitely see if we can pop in there on Friday. And we'll have you done cryotherapy before?
Never.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Never.
You're gonna hate it, but you're gonna love
Excellent.
it. It's gonna be great. And I have Westboro Chiropractic. They've been so helpful in like just realigning my head
I
and
gotta get
spine,
on the way
and
here.
so like sometimes you like don't tap to a neck crank quite fast enough, and you like you feel something kind of pop around. They've been so helpful, and if I'm just like, I give them a call and I'm like, hey, like I got my head knocked off of the wrong spot again, like do you mind helping me out? And they're so good about getting it put back in place for me. And they actually told me that I had to call them. I called them Monday morning because they were closed for the weekend. But they're like, you have to call first thing Monday morning and let me know how the fight went because I'm going to be worried. So like I called and they passed it on.
Fighters friends.
Yeah.
Chiropractic.
Westboro Chiropractic, yeah. And I was just in at TKO Auto Sales earlier today. Like they all wanted me to come in so they could take pictures with the belts.
That's
and
a big
everything.
thing, man, because you know, car dealerships and stuff like that, they have traffic, people coming in and out, and you see a commotion somewhere and someone with a belt, a couple of beautiful belts there. Oh, what's going on here?
Like I thought it was just gonna be me and like the family that runs the shop, but we actually had like 5 or 6 other people coming in and out, and they all wanted pictures to meet me and like all this kind of stuff. And I was like, cool, you know. And I didn't even like announce when I was gonna be there either. It was just people that happened to be around, and you know.
That's
so
the best time.
So it was
when you're
really
winging
cool.
It.
Yeah, so it ended up being a lot of fun. It ended up being like sorry, we'll stop talking about you now.
It's too late.
So it ended up being like a little impromptu meet and greet. It was pretty great. And then I'm gonna save Iggy for last. But we already talked about my barber earlier today, Donnie's Colonial Barber Shop, and how he is my barber for the first 4 weeks after I get a haircut, and then I am barberless after that because he doesn't want to like own up with like how terrible my hair gets between cuts. Realistically, I should be there once a month, and I kind of like put it off. But like, I don't know, like he did all of this for me, and he always comes up with the coolest cuts, and I don't go anywhere else. Like
you got to go to Taylor's, fighter page or your personal page to see like.
Yeah,
up close, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't do it justice in here.
Yeah, it's true. I'm kind of far away, and but like. Some of the pictures like weigh-ins and like post-fight pictures and stuff, you can see it, and I don't know, it's really cool. But and he's a boxer as well, so he's done some like he's done some smokers, and like
cool.
I think he's making his amateur debut soon.
So you guys have some stuff in common when you're getting your hair cut, so that's cool.
And he's training for the Golden Gloves is his goal for next year. So and apparently he's pretty good. Like I haven't been able to go watch him fight yet.
Well, he better be fighting in the Golden Gloves.
I know. He's got some skills. So like with a razor and with like his gloves. So, and then Iggy and I actually have a photo shoot on Friday. And I'm
Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
Oh, okay.
I have photos with Iggy on Friday, and then we're doing e-cryo stuff on Saturday.
All right.
So it's kind of like media week before I take off.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Iggy and I have a photo shoot on Friday, and I'm so stoked for it. Like as soon as I found out that I had won this second belt, I sent her a text and I was like, "So can we do a photo shoot now that I have 2 belts?" And she was like, "Yes, I've been waiting for this day."
She's been with you like from the beginning.
She wanted to sponsor me before I even started striking classes.
I'm trying to get out of the way.
Like because I didn't even like know I wanted to fight yet, and she was like, "I'm going to be your sponsor." And I'm like, "Sponsor for what? I'm just taking jiu-jitsu classes, you know." So it was. I don't know, she's been there from the very beginning. She knows
an ambitious, hungry lion when she sees you.
And then I have my 2 gyms my primary gyms that I train out of.
Can you see that?
You're doing like the limbo over here.
Way of it
so
the
we
whole
have
podcast.
BST in Mendon, and this is Abu Sado team. It's also called Worcester MMA over in Worcester. And between those 2 teams, I had a phenomenal camp this time. You know, just like getting a lot of my striking in at BST and a lot of my jiu-jitsu over in Worcester MMA and bouncing back and forth. And like the 2 teams have been working together seamlessly just to like help me get everything that I need. And I don't have a Jackson Wink logo on here, but I am heading out to Jackson Wink for this next fight camp.
You taking this with you?
No, I haven't.
It's too much to travel.
It's a little bit. It might be a little bit big. If I can fit the poster tube inside a suitcase, which I don't think I can, then I will take it with me. But I probably won't be able to. It's a little bit big, I think. Excellent. But because I don't want to fold it, because then it creases it. You know.
Put that up at the gym or in your somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere nice.
And then last but certainly not least, we've already given him a couple shout outs, but Walt.
Boom.
I don't have his logo.
That's all right. His logo is on the Room podcast.
Okay, good. Because I picked this up a couple
He's the
times
man.
throughout. Because he made this beautiful banner for me, and everything was just super smooth. I sent him like a couple of like files where I was like, oh yeah, here's some logo stuff. And he's like, okay, and then just boom. And he's like, do you like it?
That's
I'm like,
good.
and I was like,
Boom.
whoa. I'm like,
That
I
is good.
love
He's
it.
on top
you know?
of everything. He's on top
Super on
of
top of
everything.
Yeah, he is. He's
like,
just
like my barber
never
didn't-
stops.
Like my barber didn't have a logo pre-made, and so like I sent a picture of his business card to Walt, and I was like, hey, can you make up something real quick for this?
So he made
and he made this, and not only did he like make it, he matched the logo.
It's much his color.
He made the logo look like my barber.
He looks like the
He
damn
looks like-
barber.
yeah. And then I didn't even introduce them. And then he reaches out to my barber and sends him the files and goes,
So
in
he
case you
can
need
have
these for
it
later, here you go.
To make his own
Yeah.
logos
You know,
and
like-
make his own
and
thing.
like
That's a business
That-
guy, right?
That's
there.
a guy
That's-
right there.
That's
and
a
I
business
was
guy.
blown away. And Donnie, my barber, was just like, oh yeah, he sent those to me. And I was like, he did? I was gonna ask him to, but like he did it without even me saying anything. And I was just like,
Give me that.
I was like, what a cool
Give me that
guy.
big thing. Without tearing down the. Let's just show that again. Because that. Hey, whoa. This was behind us. And then they made me take it down to put your logo up there. But this is Walt sent two of these to us. And it's the whole 24/7 interview that Jarrett put together and sent there. So that is going back up on the wall. Unless you want to send me a banner that would look gorgeous right behind us all the time, saying 24/7 Inc.
Yeah, you got
and
your
the Room
stuff,
Podcast
yeah.
and anyone else you want to throw on there. Walt, you want to throw some sponsors on your logo on your spot on your banner? It'll go right back here, Walt.
Yeah,
We
see?
got
What do you
one
wanna do?
in process. We got one in process.
Yeah,
it was nice.
I got one more sponsor in the works that I'm hoping to get finalized next week, and and
Maybe
like
you need
another.
a bigger boat. Yeah.
I know I might need a bigger banner, but I was gonna ask Walt. So if you're still listening, Walt, what I was gonna ask is if I get another logo, if we can somehow make like a sticker that I can like.
Oh, plop it on there,
and
just
like add for now,
I
as
see what you
opposed to a
mean.
whole brand new.
Yeah,
brand
so
new
you don't have to
banner,
get
you
a
know?
whole new banner.
But,
Because
like,
it doesn't have like which is cool. A lot of people put like the promotion on there that they fought.
Oh,
But
yeah,
you didn't do
yeah.
that, so you can use this band is over and you can use
It's
it.
like
I'm hoping to get some long use out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I was hoping maybe like get a sticker for this new like banner, like
All
if
right.
it's even possible. I don't even know what that would
Yeah.
look like. But to maybe like I can fit it in here somewhere and,
Yeah.
and like just to get a little bit more life out of each banner,
No,
But,
I understand. I
Uh,
understand what you're saying.
yeah,
That
but
is,
we'll see. Oh, Tommy just signed on. Hi, Tommy. Yeah, we gave you a shout out a minute ago, so you're gonna have to watch the replay in order to hear it. But we were talking about how you helped get this last fight put together and everything, and how appreciative we were of it, and how Andrea and I both really grew from this fight, and we couldn't have done it without you.
it's gonna be triple T.
Oh yeah. So Jose from TKO Auto Sales, he was like, "Oh, so you're
Oh, wait,
Taylor
you were-
T Storm Thompson." He's like, "Oh, that's like Triple T. That should be your new nickname instead of Triple G. How about Triple T?" And so now I'm keeping the T Storm.
So we need another sticker. We need 2 T's. 2 more T's.
Yeah, but it sounds like that. I'm still keeping the T Storm thing, but it's gonna be like Triple T is like the
Instead
new
of triple-
hashtag.
Instead of
Awesome.
triple G.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
instead of Triple G, it's Triple T.
That's kind of cool, man. I like it.
Yeah, so like apparently that's a new thing. So we'll see.
Apparently, that's a new thing.
I
That's
mean,
awesome.
because Iggy it gave me the T Storm nickname, and then now like Jose is giving me the Triple T thing. So it's like my two like first sponsors are kind of like the ones that are like branding me, and I'm like I'm kind of loving it,
I love that.
Isn't that
Yeah,
great?
that is
Like, yeah,
awesome
Walt
stuff.
came up with that just
That
off
is
of like a
very
simple
good.
business card, and he made this one too, the Westboro Chiropractic.
Yeah, that's
like,
his thing, man. That's
Yeah,
his thing.
he's good at it, and and it's amazing. Like I was just like, it's called Westboro Chiropractic. She doesn't have a logo, and he's just like, "Boop, how about that?" I'm like, "That looks great, perfect."
That's
like,
unreal.
yeah, and I mean, like,
Crazy.
he made the guy look like my barber. Like I'm like blown away. I was like, "Here's a picture of him. Like, can you make it look like him?" He's like, "Yes," and like, ta-da! Like,
Excellent.
yeah, no,
That's
so
Walt.
I'm
Alright,
so
so we're
pleased with
good?
everything.
We out. I think we out.
Man.
We're
Yeah.
just about out. Oh, social media? Well, I don't say anything.
Here, like if you haven't read it by now, can they see it? Is that too low?
No. No,
You can't see it on
They
there.
probably can't see it.
I can see the Facebook one. You can see it.
Oh,
you
actually,
totally
it's
can.
right there.
Yeah. So my Instagram is thompson.taylor.k, and then my Facebook page. This is like my fan page is Taylor Thompson MMA. My personal page is kind of like capped out more or less with. I mean, you can send me a friend request anyway, and I can delete somebody.
But,
and add
yeah,
them, but like for the most part, like
the
this,
business page is
this
the
is
way
the
to
business
go.
page.
Yeah.
And I have a Twitter. I don't really use it. Or I try to.
Dragsters.
I know there's like a drag race going on outside.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
My Twitter handle is what is it? tstorm_MMA.
Excellent.
So yeah, pick your poison of which social media you like, and I appreciate anyone's support and following me and like on this little adventure that I'm taking.
I'm gonna keep following you.
Oh, I appreciate
I
that.
gotta.
Thanks.
It's not been bad. An hour and a half.
Oh, it's much
That's
shorter than our
it.
usual.
Jesus. Well,
Normally
last
we-
time I had technical
my
difficulties.
I was like, normally we go
This
like
time,
3 hours.
I mean, this actually looked like a damn podcast tonight.
Yeah.
I'm like happy about this.
Yeah, it was-
I need a banner, Walt. You need a banner. It makes
You
the
love
show.
it, huh?
It makes the show. I need a banner. Big 24/7 The Room podcast sponsored by 24/7 Ink Mag. Boom!
Give you some ideas, huh?
So right there, I love it. Well, that's where we,
That was
the picture of my face with the tattoo magazine go over there. We got the TV over there. I put more pictures up over there. The other ones are over there. We got a podcast on our hands here.
Yeah.
So with that said, I love that you. Can you give me a hand? Will you?
Thanks for having us.
Hey, stay in contact, and we got
Well,
a
you're leaving
couple
in a
offers.
little while. You're going.
next
you're
week,
taking
yeah.
off.
Yeah, just
But you
leaving
never
next
know.
week.
So how long are you at Jackson? How long you be at Jackson Wing?
It depends on which of these many fight opportunities we
Well,
end up
what an estimate?
selecting.
Would it
Like,
be? It won't
month
be
and
less
a
than
half.
what?
It'll
Month and a half.
a month and a half
All right.
probably is about right.
You'll be popping in, doing your
Yeah,
thing.
no, I'm gonna be leaving because something's going on in that area that
Yeah.
way. One of the local guys, so
But yeah, all right.
So I'm
So
going
you're
that
there
way
for.
too.
All right. You
So
never
he's
know.
gonna come
I
visit.
could
for
pop
a bit.
down. I could pop
wanna
it.
come over?
You never know, Taylor.
That
that can be
I've
awesome,
been
man.
known to just wing
Yeah.
things.
Well,
I know Roberto's down there. I could sleep on his his lawn or something. Freaking scorpions and shit over there, isn't
Oh,
there? What's in
man,
New
like-
Mexico?
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
sleeping outside.
Freaking
Screw that.
cobras and shit over there.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck
Cobras,
that.
but
That's
There's
some kind of
cobras
cobra.
and shit over there.
not cobras.
All right, well, we'll talk about it. I mean, it's up
That
in the air,
could be
but
cool.
you
That
never
could be
know.
cool.
I
Yeah.
could take my head with me, and we could
And
make
see
it
if
like
people remember it.
Oh my
He's
God!
the
Look,
real-
he's
the
here.
real guy.
No, actually, I'll walk behind both of you. Like you'll be faking you're holding my head, and I'll just come. It's real. It's talking. I'll freak everyone out.
You gonna sign this one too?
All right. Well,
Well, then I'm not gonna introduce you to John then because
Oh yeah,
that
who
thing
knows
that
what
he
he
did
would
with
do?
your face, I don't know, man.
You probably don't want to recreate that
no. Who, John Jones?
one. Yeah.
You kidding? I want to recreate that exact picture.
He would probably do it.
It definitely when you grab me right by the head. Come
Yeah,
here with the
that guy
pen.
is
I gotta
really
do
nuts.
it. And then I can do one of my famous things, picture by picture, like side by side, with virtually
That guy is
identical.
fucking nuts.
Oh
could
my
probably
God! Look at
do that.
fucking Roberto's laughing at it.
Because he knows it's true. We could probably make it happen. We could make it happen.
All right. Well, we're going on. We went on a long time. Thank you so much as always.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
You're gonna be gone for a little while. You're gonna have to call in one of these
Yeah,
podcasts, see
for
how
sure.
things are going. Maybe if you're around, you could be here when she calls in,
Yeah.
or never know who's gonna be here.
Yeah, we're gonna
We
figure it out.
have even some of the girls from over there called like Kayla.
Yeah, exactly. Like someone.
Yeah.
Kayla is a good friend of Taylor.
Yeah, something like that. Just let me know like a few days
Yeah.
before, and I can grab some, or you can send me some.
Kayla's
True.
making our pro debut.
You can send me some
soon.
training footage of her
Yeah.
that I can add into the podcast
Yeah.
when you're down there.
And she have a beautiful story. She's a 5-0 now?
Well, by then-
yeah, 5-0 amateur.
Well,
she's making her
here's the
pro
thing.
debut.
By then, I'm gonna have the Skype working in that I can Skype you right in
Yeah.
live. That you can call in. Maybe John Jones can float
Yeah.
by with
Yeah, they can even do it in there when everybody's.
Yeah, you never know. We can work something out.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
talk.
perfect.
We'll get something rolling on
I think you should come out and we'll just do a podcast down there. They have a sound room and everything like
They
this.
have their own podcast
Yeah,
that they got
yeah.
going on there.
Yeah.
I watch that every so
Yeah,
often.
they
so
might be
great for
willing
them.
to let us use that space.
Or
or
I could
That's,
do. We could just
Mark.
pop in
or
on
we be
there.
guests on there.
Yeah.
We Mark.
The
Mark is
ambassador
very
is in town.
Yeah, let's try and make it happen.
The possibilities. All right, we could talk all night. I mean,
Yeah, I know you
everyone's
love
going
to
to steal
talk,
our
man.
ideas. Everyone's going to
You
steal our
love to
damn
talk.
ideas.
Shut it
All right,
up. Let's
all right,
get
with
out
that
of here.
said, all right, don't say anything illegal yet because I didn't shut down. All right, so the Room Podcast, we're done. Next week, Cam Arnold, Tom Pags will be on, and you know we'll keep having the champions on. So,
Yeah.
thank you, Bruce Boyington, Julio Colon,
Yep.
Taylor Thompson, champ. Everyone out there for tuning in. We'll see you next week and all that good stuff. Go.
There you go.
I don't know what I was going to say. All right, we're out.